Hello everyone, this is Alchemical Transmissions, and today I'm going to talk about the 1111 portal and how it's going to be affecting the Twin Flame Collective. So the main theme that really came through for me as I was meditating on these energies was that there's a lot of love between the counterparts at this time, and that love energy has felt very intense, and it's felt sort of like a melding of the two energies. This really feels like a sort of a unification process, like the energies are being pulled together in a way, and I think that a lot of the feeling of this sort of a lot of this love energy that we're feeling is that sort of that connection and that coming together of both the polarities. And that was the other thing that came through, is that there's the feeling of separation is dissolving. I think this has been a big theme for divine counterparts this year. Is there's a lot less like obsessive energy. There's more of a shift into acceptance of like the 5D dynamic, which is a really healthy shift. You know, the more clearing we do and the more we focus on kind of bringing in that higher self energy, the more any sort of resistance in our union is going to be dissolved. And I think for a lot of twin flames this year, that has been kind of like at the forefront. It feels like there's been a big shift from the 3D into the higher dimensions. The divine feminine energy feels like it's less focused on what's going on around them in the material world with their twin, and it's like it's shifted into residing in those higher dimensions with the masculine energy. And now I think that's starting to finally kind of really move things at a faster pace in our 3D reality. So the next topic that came through was that we should be utilizing this time for group healing. And when I say group healing, I mean with your twin. So because we are in this sort of unification energy right now, you can utilize that to really see the dynamic between you and your twin a lot clearer. So whatever resistance you and your twin share, you're going to be able to notice that a lot more. And you have to remember that whatever sort of pain that you need to clear, that you've been working through, your twin also shares that. It just might be in a different facet of life. So one thing you can do, which I don't see really recommended a lot, but you can invite in your twin's energy surrounding that pain that also needs to be healed. And you can heal both of your pain at the same time. And this will be a lot easier and a lot clearer during this time because of that closeness we're experiencing. So the next thing that came up was that anything in your life currently that doesn't feel like it's in a state of flow is going to start feeling very uncomfortable and even sort of repulsive. So when you take time out to kind of focus on that dynamic between you and your twin at this time, and that sort of beautiful kind of love energy is coming through between you both, the more that you sit in that energy and the more that that's cultivated, it's going to become a lot clearer to you which things in your life are kind of not in harmony with that. They're going to take on kind of a unattractive, repulsive vibe to where you're at now. I think the best way to navigate these things is it's going to feel very clear that this just isn't the right thing for you anymore, and just focus on the things in your life that feel more in harmony with those higher dimensional energies that are being brought through. So the next thing that came through was that I got this as the relationship is being upgraded in the higher dimensions. But what this really felt like was that your twin and you are connected all the way up through the 12th dimensions and your higher self. But what I got was that the higher dimensional energies are being pulled down to the lower dimensional energies. And that's where the quote unquote upgrades are happening, is that we're anchoring in those higher ones into the lower dimensions. And that's part of where this strong feeling of love is coming in right now. So it's going to be important at this time that you really relax into this feeling, and if it kind of feels like, you're emotionally being just kind of broken down, or maybe you're picking that up from your twin, it's important to just kind of let that feeling happen, and you're going to experience this. If this love energy feels very intense at this time, just kind of do your best to try to let it flow, because the more that it's allowed to pass through, the more it's going to be anchored in. So next is the masculine energy is very enthusiastic at this time. The masculine energy is very strongly focused on the feminine at this time, and this is translating, it's because the higher dimensional energies are being pulled down, and that feeling is so intense that it is being brought into the 3D, and they are consciously feeling that at this time. So I asked why these feelings are so enthusiastic at this time, and the biggest thing that came through was that the fears around feeling vulnerable in this connection are fading. And what this is allowing is a very stable and secure affection and love to come through. And that's really what the Divine Masculine have been experiencing lately. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to be looking at what the masculine is experiencing more closely in the link below. You can become a member and get access to my extended monthly energies, the extended twin flame updates, as well as the monthly healing meditations. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you have a wonderful November, and I will see you next time.